Operation Dudula is not just a South African story about unemployment and foreigners. It is a mirror held up to the incestuous relationship between ZANU PF in Zimbabwe and the ANC in South Africa. On the surface, Dudula claims to be about pushing back migrants, especially Zimbabweans, accused of taking jobs and overwhelming services. But underneath, what Dudula really exposes is how the ANC has coddled and protected ZANU PF for decades, even as Zimbabwe collapsed and its citizens fled across the Limpopo. Look at the facts. Zimbabweans did not leave home because they wanted to. They left because ZANU PF destroyed the economy, rigged elections, and left no future for the youth. And yet, instead of confronting this reality, the ANC shielded ZANU PF again and again. The clearest evidence is the Khampepe Report. In 2002, South Africa's own judges went to observe Zimbabwe's elections. Their conclusion was damning: intimidation, violence, unfair conditions. That report should have been a bombshell. Instead, the ANC buried it for more than a decade. They kept it hidden while their official observer mission declared the elections legitimate. That silence was not diplomacy, it was complicity. It gave ZANU PF cover to stay in power and gave Zimbabweans no choice but to run. And then there's 2008. South Africa exploded in xenophobic violence, with Zimbabweans among the main victims. At the time, people said it was spontaneous: poverty, competition, anger. But years later, Thabo Mbeki himself admitted there was an intelligence document suggesting it was engineered, planned, dates, names, venues laid out. The claim was that elements wanted Zimbabweans to be chased back home, forced into voting Mugabe out. If true, it means xenophobia wasn't just hatred from below, it was a tool from above, a weapon in Zimbabweans' political games, spilling blood on South African soil. So, here we are. Operation Dudula marches through the streets shouting about foreigners. But the real foreigners in this story are the values that liberation movements once stood for: freedom, dignity, solidarity. Those values have been replaced by incest between two ruling parties who protect each other while ordinary people pay the price. South Africans are told to blame Zimbabweans. Zimbabweans are told to run from despair. And all the while, the ANC and ZANU PF close ranks to keep each other safe, no matter the human cost. That is what Dudula has revealed, that this crisis is not just about borders, it is about betrayal. The betrayal of South Africans who deserve leaders brave enough to speak truth, not hide reports. The betrayal of Zimbabweans who deserve democracy, not decades of dictatorship rubber-stamped by a neighbor. The betrayal of Pan-African ideals that once promised unity but have been sold for political convenience. If ZANU PF remains in power and the ANC continues to cover for them, the cycle will not end. More Zimbabweans will flee, more South Africans will lash out, more Dudulas will rise. The only way forward is honesty and courage. Expose the incest, end the cover-ups, and hold both parties accountable. Because until then, Operation Dudula will not just be a street movement, it will be the symptom of a region poisoned by leaders who protect each other instead of protecting their people.